So I just want to try out some stuff. Some old stuff I have, some new stuff I got. Because I've got a few minutes to myself, and I figured why not. Stop it. It's storming out, and it makes the mug start barking. Things that I forget. Sorry about that. So I got this new brush that I want to try out. You can do your eyebrows with this in. It has like a little spoolie thing on the other end. It is Brush 12 dual-ended firm angled brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I got the Dipbrow. Let's see, yeah. Dipbrow Pomade from Anastasia. I got the shades Taupe and Blonde. I'm going to save the Taupe for now because my features are very light. So I think it might be a little dark. And I kind of want to save it for in case I decide to go with a darker hair color at some point. Because I understand that it's for like blondes with a cool tone or like a gray. That it has maybe like a gray undertone to it or something. So anyway, I'm going to go with the blonde. Even the blonde looks really dark. It doesn't look like it's actually blonde. It looks brown. And I absolutely don't know what I'm doing because I never do my brows. And I've never used a brow pomade. So if it looks stupid, then that's why. So it's kind of looking like a little bit goes a long way with the stuff, which that's cool. And it also looks like I really don't know how to color in the fucking lines. I don't know. I don't normally do this. Bobby is out at Fogo de Chao tonight. He'll probably be home pretty soon. I think that he is diving into a piece of key lime pie right this moment. Well, that one looks better. I guess one good thing about this product is that if you fuck it up, it seems to wipe off pretty easy. I went and told my mom earlier. She is back in the hospital again. This is the third time. I think today is April 17th. And this is the third time. She's been there since Tuesday, and today is Saturday. The doctor doesn't really know what's going on, so he's running tests, and he's winging it just as much as I am with these shitty looking eyebrows. You know what? This is just gonna have to do because I need some practice. I don't know how to do my eyebrows. If anyone has any tips for, oh, let me try this spoolie thing. See if that does anything. They just for what the shit I'm supposed to do with these things. Any tips you got to make it easy, let me know. That's the Anastasia Dipbrow, I guess. What's next? Maybelline Fit Me. I'm gonna go ahead and use shade 1. Well, I got shades 118, 122, and 124. I think the only one I haven't tried is the darkest, which is probably going to be too dark for me, but I'm going to see what exactly it looks like. So I might as well go ahead and do that now. It's not like I'm going anywhere if it doesn't turn out. I'm just chilling at home tonight, like every night. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna go back up to the hospital again. And me and my mom are gonna hang out in her room and have us a little pizza party because the food at Baptist has been shit. And we're gonna get some Pizza Hut. And maybe that'll make it like a little bit of a more fun day, like if she could forget where she's at for a minute. That would be really cool. Okay. Maybelline Fit Me in, was it 124? Yes, 124 Soft Sand. Yeah, I decided, I watched this documentary on Amazon called Jasper Mall, and it was basically a documentary about this mall in Jasper, Alabama, and it was amazing. And it made me think even more, like I already knew this, but it really brought to my attention even more that this isn't bad. I guess all 3 shades kind of work. just fine. Seems just fine to me. But yeah, it made me think even more about, you know, I was already aware, but about how people shop online so much these days, and it takes money out of the community, and it takes money away from the stores that would be getting that business, and it causes places to shut down, and then your city and I was about to say your town, your city or your town or your neighborhood or whatever turns into an abandoned shithole. So I have done this only one time so far, which was last week on Friday, but I've made a resolution to every 2 weeks, because that's how often I get paid, me and Bobby are going to go to the mall and spend a little bit of money. It doesn't have to be anything crazy amount, super expensive or anything like that, but just go to the food court, get a slice of pizza, go to like Lush or Belk or Penny's or Triskull Cove or FYE or just anything, and just get a little something. And you know, we'll make memories by getting out of the house and doing something a little bit different here and there a couple times a month, and also it will benefit the mall, so that way the mall can stay open if enough, you know, if enough people are going, and it'll benefit the community. So I think it'll be good. We had a good time when we went there last week. So last time I did my makeup, which was 3 weeks ago maybe by now, I decided to use concealer for primer because I saw a YouTuber do it. Like it was like Tarte Shape Tape concealer used all over the eyelid as primer. And then I went out and did stuff for the day, and it wasn't even like hot out or anything. It was a cold front at the time, so I know I didn't sweat it off. But when I got home and looked in the mirror, I had big old spots where the eyeshadow had worn away off of my lids because it just didn't work well. So I'm sticking with my trusty Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Stick this stuff on. That was the weekend we went to Ocala, and we went to Gypsy Gold Horse Farm. If you've ever been in the Ocala area, or you know you're not too far away and you can go to it, go to the Gypsy Gold Horse Farm. It is amazing. So for eyeshadow, this is actually a highlighter palette, but as we know, highlighter is very frosty and I like my frost. So this is the Anastasia Aurora palette. I used this palette also 3 weeks ago, last time I did my makeup when we were in Ocala. And I used the shade Helia, which as you can see, looks like a very gorgeous pale green shade. But it's so pale, as it turns out, that you can't even tell it's supposed to be green. It just looks like silvery or white or something when you put it on. So that was a little disappointing. I wanted you to be able to tell that it was supposed to be green, but it doesn't show up green enough. So today, I think I'm gonna try the Orion shade, which as you can see, I have dipped into it before a little bit, but I haven't actually used this in a really long time, so I don't remember how it looks. Well, I can tell it's blue, so better than the green so far. And I do have to say, it's quite frosty. And it's quite a nice shade of blue. I like it. I got so much makeup lately and no time to do my makeup that I kind of don't want to even use it until I can make a little video, because I have fun trying out new stuff on here where I can talk about it. But at the same time, I don't want the shit to get so old waiting for me to have time to do my makeup that it's like not something you can go out and buy and not relevant anymore. So, fuck if I know. I was in the car today. The hospital is like an hour away. So I just felt like we're putting on some music today and just chilling out. I found this route that I can go that it runs parallel to the route I was taking before. I don't like to drive on highways because I'm really just not the best driver in the world. And, you know, it's really high speed on highways and it's just stressful. I don't want to get in a wreck and die. So I'd rather just take like a non-highway road. Well, so I was, but even that road is a fairly busy road. So I found like a back road that runs parallel to that road that I was taking, and it is like empty. So it was such a nice, peaceful drive the past 2 times I've gone. And I just put on some vaporwave music, some VHS Dreams, and this like mix that was posted that's called like Aesthetic Memes or something like that. It's like an 1.5 hour long mix. I do have it on my Facebook posted right now if you're curious to see. It's under Animals, Bromeliads, and Vaporwave, or facebook.com/palmsandbroms for those 2 songs. One's a song, one's a mix, but it was just so peaceful and amazing and really nice drive there. Putting that on and just chilling out on the quiet road. Very quiet, very beautiful, nice road with beautiful homes to look at and trees all around and everything. I'm going to use for the brow bone the white shade, the Aurora, or Luna, the shade Luna. Oh, hell yeah. I'm looking like a frosty queen. Frosty as hell. Hell's fire, so frosty as heaven. That's it. Frosty as heaven. I love it. I love it. I'd like to try this Spectra shade sometime, that purple, and see how that looks, but I go ahead and swatch it and just see how it looks. Oh, I swatched a lot there. I dug into it too much. And then let's take a look at this Lyra also. My hands are really dry, so that is those 2 colors. I like them. They're nice. They're very nice. I barely ever wear highlighter anymore, but these are awesome as frosty eyeshadows. I was really very saddened to hear that Jeffree Star got into a car accident. I thought of him just now because He makes the Skin Frost, and those are really beautiful and frosty. So yes, I am a Jeffree Star fan, and pray for him. Pray for him. This is Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 205 Light Sand. Yeah, he's not perfect, but guess what? You're not either. I'm not either, by far. This brush I've been wanting to try out and I kept forgetting that's the only reason I'm bothering to wear concealer, is because of this Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH08, which I believe is called the Anything Creamy. I haven't used a concealer brush in so many years, and the last time I tried one, it just didn't blend into my skin. It just kept smearing around and never soaking in. And it wasn't a fluffy brush like this. It was like a flat brush. So I think it was before it was so long ago, like I seriously think it's before they even came out with nice brushes for blending concealer. And this is actually doing really, really nice. And I am surprised it's working out so well. I'm a little shook. And I love it. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. I have never been a big fan of, or even a fan at all of, either one of them. But you know, I gotta give some props, because this is nice. The concealer, when I used it as eyeshadow primer, I did not like it. But as an actual concealer, seems to go on very nice. And the brush, mwah, very nice. So I think in my last one, I already used the Wet n Wild banana powder. I think I already used that. So today I'm going to try out my other new, it's Hard Candy Translucent Loose Powder in the shade 1911 Translucent. And set this. If I can find my powder brush. You know what? Let me go grab one. Oh, this is taped shut. I really didn't prepare for this, like, at all. Sorry, I have to keep getting up. But I'm enjoying it anyway. And if anyone actually watches this, I hope you do too. My makeup look. My fashion look. Girl, I'm book like it. Alright. It's got one of those sifter thingies. Is there a sticker on it? There it is. You know, I'm sure that close up they look jacked up because I didn't know what I was doing at all, and I think I did a really bad job. But just kind of off in the distance here, checking it out, I'm kind of liking these eyebrows. Like, maybe I can practice a little more and make it a thing. My job did announce, just like a couple weeks ago, that I can work from home on a permanent basis, because there was a question that I may have to go back in July, but they decided it's not gonna happen. I can work from home forever. So thankful for that. I just do like a little inner corner here for a second. Use the shade Eclipse. Oh, I made my mom a big pot of plants, and I went to Ace Hardware and I got 4 different kinds of really beautiful begonias. Not the begonias that have the little flowers on them, but the ones that have like the really pretty foliage. And I sent her a picture of it and told her that that's waiting for her when she gets out of the hospital. So I was so excited to make it. And I also ordered myself, it's like a, I don't know if I'm saying it right, like Dracaena or Dracaena variety with, it's like green with white spots all over it, and it's called like Florida Beauty or something like that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Comment if you know what I'm talking about, if you are a plant lover like myself. So what's next? I guess eyeliner. I did get some new eyeliner. I threw out that old one that I used in my previous video. I can't even remember what it was called now, but it was so old. Now I have this JonteBlu eyeliner, just in the shade 901 Black. And I'm just gonna do the bottom. And I'm just gonna come to kind of the edge of my lashes here, not all the way over. The little things in life become the big things, you know? And And so those little things are everything. And you gotta have something to look forward to. I like it. So that's a new eyeliner I get to try out. I'm so excited to try out all this new shit, you guys. So excited. Now I have this new Tarte Big Ego Mascara. Try that out. For anyone who enjoys reading Stephen King, holy shit. Like 2 years ago, my friend slash coworker Richard brought me this book called The Outsider and said like, oh, you should read this, it's really good. So me having this old Anne Rice book that I had been trying to finish forever, I wanted to get done with that first before I started on a new book. And that took me forever because I procrastinate and I get so lazy. Like, I'll want to read, but I'll be like too lazy to do it. And I'll just look at my phone instead. Well, I finally read it and it was incredible. Highly recommend The Outsider. And then I just happened to have a book of short stories that my aunt gave me for like my birthday or Christmas or something like that from like a year ago, called If It Bleeds. And the biggest story in there, it's called If It Bleeds. And that had some of the same characters in it and actually occurred after The Outsider did. And when I found that story in there, I was so ecstatic. And I just recently finished reading it the other day, and it was so good. It was amazing. I have a new bronzer to try out. What are you barking at? This is Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 01 Sunlight. I don't like blush, I just wear bronzer. So, one of the main characters in those stories is called Holly Gibney. And I just thought she was great. So I don't know why, I just Googled Holly Gibney because I felt like reading up any other information there might be. And I found out that there were 3 more books before The Outsider ever happened that have the Finders Keepers private investigation place and Holly Gibney in them, and her partner, who's deceased by the time The Outsiders comes out, named Bill Hodges. So definitely, if you like The Outsiders, if you like If It Bleeds, or vice versa, get the Bill Hodges trilogy. Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers, and there's one other one, I forget what. But all three of that trilogy I found available on eBay, and I got them for $5 each and free shipping. It was amazing. So those three are on the way now, and I can't wait to get them and start reading them. I think maybe these are the books that are like gonna pull me back into the world of books where I'm gonna become an avid reader again, because they're just like, don't want to put it down and you want to pick it up like every opportunity you get. And me, I love horror, I love Stephen King, and then these kind of like have a true crime aspect to them too. Like, they're not true crime, but I mean, they have like a crime, they're about murders and stuff like that, murders, and there's like a thing that happens at a school that has to be investigated. She finds it on the news, and so it's horror and crime all together. This is, I just got this in the mail also. Really excited to try it out. Lancome Juicy Tubes Original in the shade Birthday Confetti. As you can see, very sparkly, very shimmery, clear gloss. And since I am all about the 90s mostly, but also early 2000s and also the 80s. Back in the early 2000s, the Y2K days, I definitely was a fan and user of Lancome Juicy Tubes. So that they came back out with these again, I was really excited about it. And I love it. Can't go wrong with a beautiful clear gloss. That was definitely a staple and a go-to back in the 90s. And it smells good, and it's got a good texture to it. So I guess this is almost 40 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But thank you for trying out new stuff with me, and wish me luck that my mom gets better soon. Bye.